Shalom. Let's start off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this truth across four corners of the earth, our faith, truth, and sincerity. I'm gonna want to buy back again sitting. I just want to go into. I'm not gonna make this too long. Sitting about, the Lord Yahweh. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Um, in these times right now, he's going to bring judgment down. Horrific judgments down, upon, you know, upon his people, 2/3 of Israelites, and, that, are doing wickedly, and, they are not, they're not right, they're not part of that righteous number. They're not going to be, exempt. I have mercy by the Lord Yahushua in these times going forward, man. And, Passover coming up, and, that's a serious thing. And, me, myself, first and foremost, hopefully, Lord Yahushua have mercy upon me, and I'll be exempt from his wrath and judgments. But that's the times that we're in right now. The Lord Yahushua, Yahweh Yahushua, is going to bring great judgment down upon this place, America, Babylon the Great, and upon his people, like I said, that, doing wickedly, and, and they just not, of their righteous number to receive the mercies, of the Lord Yahushua in these times and going forward. So start off 1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. So, like I said, so the times comes. I mean, those times, judgment, I said the Most High Yahushua, Most High Yahweh, Most High Yahweh, Yahushua, the Son Yahushua, and it makes his judgments. Scripture goes to that, the scripture goes to the judgments, every morning he brings judgment, and I say, judgment's been going out, upon, Israelites that, that is not, believing in the truth of Lord Yahushua, that's not in the truth, or like I say, don't, excuse me, sir, not don't, but, they probably came across the truth, and, and whether they mocked, scoffed, laughed, or didn't take it seriously, they heard it, they got marked for, by the men of the Lord that was on the highways, byways, or on the internet, so, coming these times and going forward, it's gonna be more, of Israelites, 2/3 that, didn't, believe in his word, and, you have those that, did believe, but, went back into, the ways of this world, and stopped believing in this truth of Lord Yahushua, stop, pushing the word, or, stop believing, whatever it may be, And so, hey, those that's in know this in know, and me myself first from all, those that's in the know and it's true. You know, these times going forward that hopefully the Lord shall have mercy. I say the ones like saying that those that they doing and you doing what you got to do. You constantly believe and you pushing the word. You doing what you can do. You helping out the prophets, the men of the Lord. Do what you can, as best of your ability. What you equipped with to do. What Lord Yahushua has gifted you to do, and to do, and to keep doing until the Lord Yahushua returns. And He makes a return and be delivered from the second death. Which is gonna be by way of the thermonuclear missiles. When those missiles begin to be shot. But in these times, right now, heading to some real drastic times, where things are not gonna get better in America, Babylon the Great. The cost of living is gonna skyrocket more. It's not looking like it's slowing down. It ain't look like it's not gonna slow down. The prices of things keep going up and more. It's gonna stress them. People gonna be out here gonna be stressed out, and people gonna be out here. People out here homeless. You got people out here homeless now, but gonna be more people out here homeless because they raising more rent. They're raising the price of rent and so forth. And so it's gonna get chaotic out here. In these cities in America, Babylon the Great. And all that's gonna lead to, like I say, martial law being declared, and all hell breaking loose, all our anarchy. And then the problem to the solution. The economic collapse. The dollar being useless no more. Debit cards not being, not be able to use that. Then the problem to the solution gonna be the MOTB, which is, the problem to the solution gonna be the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Gonna be to where you gotta buy and sell, and to function. Things get somewhat back to normal or normalcy. And what you can say, but you ain't gonna be able to buy and sell unless you have that, right? That's what's ahead. The Hour Temptation, which is that RFID chip with the mark of the beast. Either you're gonna take it to to function in the society, to keep functioning in the society. However it goes about, that being mandatory, because like I say, this economy right now is just going downhill. The rise of more things keep rising up. That's not good. That means this is gonna go down. What I'm saying? It's about to collapse. It could definitely the stock market and all this stuff could collapse. This going into the end of summer or going into the fall. We'll see. But things are not looking good going forward. For America, Babylon the Great, which is a good thing. It's really a good thing. We're at the end of the thing, man. But and then those that don't obey the gospel, the Lord Yahushua gonna, or the Lord Yahushua gonna be destroyed, man. Those that didn't believe, they atheists or whatever, they're gonna be destroyed. But go for 1 Peter 4:18. If the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So the righteous scarcely be saved. So, and that's the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino natives, which are the Israelites. The 1/3, 144,000. The men that teach His truth, the men that push His word and believe, have faith in Lord Yahushua. And the believers, and those that believe. But the righteous scarcely be saved in these times going forward. Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So it's gonna be it's gonna be like some close calls. Like, man, I made it out of this situation, I made it out of that. Lord Yahushua had mercy on me, deliver me out of that. situation where it could have killed me, a car accident or something, whatever it may be, right? Somewhere on a job, almost got, killed, or, whatever it may be, you know. And Lord Yahweh shall have mercy. You escaped, you had the Lord Yahweh shall have mercy where, you got out of that situation, you got out of that jam, and that's how it's going to be for the elect, those that believe in Lord Yahweh Shai, that push this word and truth, and fear him, and hope for his mercy and deliverance in these times, man, because that's it's gonna get more intense, and it's gonna be like, man, is Lord Yahweh Shai gonna deliver me, and hopefully, and like I said, it goes me first, it goes for me, hopefully, I'm probably writing number two scared to rap judgments of Lord Yahweh Shai in these times, but go from there. It's Romans 9:27. Romans 9:27. Esaias also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. So only a remnant, because the children of Israel, like I say, the so-called Negro Latino native Israelites are scattered across, the four corners, right? They're scattered. So Israelites, it's like the sand of the sea. You can't count, there's a lot of Israelites, right? But only a remnant of Israelites or Israelites gonna be delivered. Like I said, that's 144,000 and 1/3. You look at the pie chart. You have 2/3 and you have 1/3, and that's this 2/3 chart is huge. It covered almost the pie, right? The pie chart, but you had that righteous number is not a lot, but that's gonna be that good that amount of number that's gonna be delivered. Israelites, it's not gonna be a big number. It's gonna be somewhat, but not as big as it should be. Compared, you see that pie chart, you see 2/3 of the pie chart is mostly covered, but then you had that 1/3 right there. The 144,000 men of the Lord. Then 1/3, the women and children, those believers, and of that number. But it's only gonna be a small number, man. It's not gonna be a huge number, right? Of Israelites that's gonna be delivered and have mercy by Lord Yahweh Shai in these times going forward. But let's see, go from there. This is Zechariah 13:8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2/3 therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So 2/3, like I was saying, 2/3 is 2 parts therein is 2/3. 2/3 Israelites, gonna be cut off and die, here in America, Babylon the Great, in this world, in this system, But the third, the 1/3 gonna be left therein. The 1/3, those Lord Yahweh gonna have mercy on. Those that believe in Lord Yahweh kept his faith, kept the faith, kept his word. Kept believing. Women and children on that number, gonna have mercy and gonna be delivered. From the wrath and judgment the Lord Yahweh gonna bring upon this place, America, Babylon the Great, in the world. But this verse. Zechariah 13:9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. Yahweh Shai, is my power. So, so hey, the 1/3 gonna be bought through the trials and tribulations. And gonna be protected. And say the ones that believe Lord Shai, that no matter how things, no matter how bad things got, the elect gonna keep their faith. Gonna keep their faith. And I'm saying, like I said, it's gonna be a Lord Shai that's gonna keep you. It's gonna keep you in His truth, keep believing, and keep pushing His word, and keep do push you what you can to the best of your ability, you know, and keep you in your lot, you know, keep you where you know where you need to be, and to have mercy and deliverance from the Lord Yahushua in these times going forward, you know. Cause like I say, man, you know, it was already ordained from the beginning who the elect's gonna be, you know, who the you know, and who the 2/3 who ain't ain't gonna be delivered, you know, who's not gonna receive mercy by the Lord Yahushua, you know. So it was already ordained, man, you know, who Lord Yahushua was gonna have mercy and not gonna have mercy, you know. And when he returns, before he returns, those are the elect is gonna make it through and be preserved. But like I said, you know, when the Lord Yahushua returns, those that died in the faith gonna be, you know, those that died believing Lord Yahushua that didn't denounce the faith, that kept the faith, you know, men of the Lord that was, once, teaching and so forth, pushing the word diligently, but they no longer here, is gonna be risen up when Lord Yahushua returns, and I say those that remain, and be preserved from the said perils and the trials and tribulations that's gonna come upon this place, America, Babylon the Great, which we in those times now going forward, because it ain't nothing how bad it really gonna get, but I say that 1/3 and that the 144,000 men, of that number, the 1/3, like I said, the believers and the women and children, and 144,000 men of the Lord, of that number is gonna be delivered, by Yahushua, and be taken up in the chariots of UFO, receive new bodies and get that crown by the Lord Yahushua, and don't have to experience the second death, which is the thermonuclear, which is gonna be by way of the thermonuclear missiles when they begin to be shot towards America, Babylon the Great, and burn up everything you see here. But with that, I didn't want to make this too long, so hope this was edifying. So again, I'd like to give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakadash, to the apostle elders, to the Sisakian brothers, to the few Akwaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith, and Yahushua keep fighting.